Juliana and Bill Rancic open up about their life with a newborn. How to deal with a monster-in-law at your wedding. Extreme fashion trends on the Paris runway. Welcome to Life Love Shopping. I'm Andrea Jackson.
And I'm Michelle Yarn.
Want to expand your horizons by pushing your fears aside for good and enjoy your life to the fullest? We've got some tips to handle panic from our friends at Self Magazine. First off, tell yourself a story. If something frightens you, try talking about it unemotionally as if you were describing just an ordinary photo. Breathe deep. It's easy and it works. Inhale slowly, and while counting to 4, hold for 4 counts, then slowly exhale to a count of 4. Keep going for several minutes. Also, tighten and release your tense spots. Downshift from stress to serene by practicing progressive muscle relaxation, tensing and releasing each muscle group. Start with your feet and gradually move up your body, finishing with your eyes.
In the relationship department, have you ever been guilty of one of these?
I'm your emotional fluffer. I'm there whenever you need a guy. You want a cup of tea? I'll make it. You lose your phone? I'll call.
You're my friend. That's what friends do.
I'm your boyfriend without the rewards.
Oh, the emotional fluffers. It's, you know, that whole concept of friends with benefits is pretty well-worn territory, but the recent episode of New Girl, which you just saw, looked at the reverse situation, and as it's explained, it's basically having a platonic boyfriend. So how do you decipher a friendship versus using someone as your emotional fluffer? That's the question.
A boyfriend without benefits.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
He runs all the errands with you and puts in the time for dates, but gets none of the action.
And he's always the guy in the romantic comedy that's really in love with you.
Yes.
But you don't know it.
But the thing is, you say you don't know it, but ladies, come on, 99% of the time you can tell if a guy wants more. And if you're purposely having him buy you lunch and do these things because you know he will, yeah, I think you're using him as your emotional
But I
fluffer.
think there are some legitimate reasons to having a guy as a friend. I know that age-old conversation of can guys and girls be
tough.
really I mean, I think they can. You just have to make sure that everybody knows where the lines are. Yeah. Scoring a new dress or a pair of boots on sale is a great feeling, but not all bargains are created equal. There are sales you should ignore according to Yahoo Finance. For example, if that blouse you have your eye on is 15% off, it's actually a below-average deal. Shop at Tumi says markdowns on clothing average 42% year-round. Best clothing deals are actually in January. Another sale to avoid is when you have to spend more money to get the deal. For example, items offered 10 for $10. It's only good if you need all 10. Avoid this marketing ploy too. Limit 5 per customer. Makes it sound scarce, encouraging us to stock up when it's really overstocked and retailers want to just get rid of the product. Flash sales, those offered for only a limited time, like one day only. The time restraint makes you order products and services you probably don't need or have time to use.
The French are legendary for their fashion week, and sometimes, though, those fashions are a little too avant-garde. For instance, check out this Chanel hula hoop bag seen on the fall runway.
I love it.
Definitely the most glamorous hula hoop I've ever seen, and you know it's an investment piece for sure because it is Chanel. And also, aren't the point of shoes to cover up our unmanicured toes? Models at the Celine show wore these freaky nude high heels. I put this on my Facebook page. I thought it was crazy. Faux toenails might be a no. And again, a hat isn't the purpose to cover up a bad hair day. The Jean Galliano runway show featured a ton of bizarre headwear, but this gray hair hat is definitely out there. Now, Alexander McQueen, you've got to expect some craziness, but that show featured the honeycomb pattern on everything, even hats. A very glamorous look for all of you beekeepers out there. And things were a little trippy at the Sumri Chisato show, these Elton John-esque circle sunglasses, but they're actually kind of wearable, I think.
Bill and Juliana Rancic are raising money this month for breast cancer awareness through the Bailey's National Coffee Day Charity Challenge. And we always love to ask our celebrity guests our Life Love Shopping questions. Juliana, we'll start with you. What is your biggest life lesson?
Life lesson? Boy, I think my favorite life lesson right now that I've been thinking of a lot lately is everything will be okay in the end. If it's not okay, it's not the end.
She stole that from me.
I did steal it from you.
It's welcome to my world.
Come on, Bill. You've got to have another life lesson in there.
I have many life lessons, and I think the key to life is being agile. You have to be willing to adjust and react to the changing world and the changing environment around you. And if you can do that, you can do anything you want in the world.
Who or what is your greatest love?
My greatest. Oh, that's a tough one because Bill is my first great love, but our baby that was just born is probably our greatest love right now.
Yeah, I would have to agree. I mean, obviously my beautiful wife here, but also the little man Duke. He is unbelievable.
Yeah, he's the cutest little guy.
And how has your life changed? What surprised you the most about parenthood while we're talking about your new baby?
Gosh, I guess how much we love it.
Yeah, I didn't think you could love someone like that. I mean, people tell you that, but until you actually have a child and experience it and have that little guy or girl in your arms,
Yeah.
there's no other feeling like it in the world.
I love it. And just the whole process. I just love being a mom, you know, and I love having to be responsible for someone else and care so much about someone else. It's really nice. So we're just eating it up.
And one final question for both of you. Where do you love to shop and what do you love to shop for?
Oh God, where don't I like to shop?
Right, I mean, that's the bigger question.
You know, in Chicago, I do a lot of shopping on Michigan Avenue. We spend a lot of time in Chicago. And there's all sorts of stores from Bloomies to Neiman's to Forever 21 and H&M. This top's actually, I just got this the other day. It's Forever 21. I think it was like $12.99.
Nice.
So I like getting a good deal.
Okay, Bill, how about for you?
I am not a big shopper.
Wait, don't you love to shop at hsn.com with my line?
I like to buy
Yes.
the G by Juliana Rancic clothing line at HSN.
All right, you two, thank you. The Celebrity Charity Challenge wraps up October 12th. Best of luck to your team in raising money for breast cancer awareness.
The cooler weather means we get to bust out our favorite sweaters and coats, but there is a fine line between looking comfy and frumpy, ladies. So here are InStyle Magazine's tips for looking cozy chic. If your top half is all bundled up, keep things balanced and wear a skinny jean and sleek accessories a la Cameron Diaz. And also, don't pack up your entire warm weather wardrobe because lightweight skirts and dresses pair perfectly with wool sweaters and heavy coats. Diane Kruger's dress keeps the bulky jacket in check and then she can showcase her legs. Also, if you're sick of wearing your huge winter coat day in and day out, change things up with a sleek cape just like Natalie Portman. You get almost as much warmth but with a lot less fabric. And finally, swap your chunky beanie for a sleek fedora like Sienna Miller. It's a really easy way to keep your ears warm and still look super stylish. Okay, ladies, listen up because I'm going to share one of my beauty must-haves with you. OC8 Professional Mattifying Gel from Ferndale Healthcare. It's the #1 preferred primer of makeup artists, and for pretty good reason. This stuff is clinically proven to mattify skin and remarkably improve the appearance of your facial foundation. It's a light, clear facial makeup primer that will also help you reduce shine and even out skin tone. It's alcohol and fragrance-free, plus non-drying and non-comedogenic, and it can be used on any skin type. How awesome is that? OC8 Professional Mattifying Gel is formulated with these microparticles, and they're designed to absorb oil on the skin's surface, which leaves you with a gorgeous, shine-free matte finish for up to 8 hours. The microparticles can hold up to 20 times their own volume, which keeps even the shiniest complexions under control without compromising your skin's natural moisture content. The best thing is it won't clog pores and it works quickly. And here's a quick how-to. Apply a thin layer of OC8 and then gently massage it into your skin in circular movements. Do that after your moisturizer and sunscreen, but before adding oil-free makeup.
If you want to make sure the food you eat is safe, check out these supermarket secrets from Dr. Oz. When it comes to buying eggs, look for something called the cold line painted on the wall of the dairy section cooler. Retailers aren't supposed to stack eggs above this line. You may think it's savvy to buy meat in bulk and freeze for later, but meat that's shipped to the supermarket is already frozen and then thawed before it's put out on display. So be safe, and to be safe, cook the meat the day you, or within a day that you buy it. And avoid the manager's special. Items with these stickers might as well be stamped old food. If the store is eager to get rid of it, it's probably been on the shelf for a while. And you're better off shopping on hump days. Wednesdays are the days many supermarkets start their sales, so the shelves are fully stocked with fresh product.
This year, 50 million Americans will not know where their next meal is coming from, but our next guest will show us how you can help change this. And joining us this morning is supermarket guru Phil Limpert. Good morning, Phil.
Good morning, Michelle. And you're right, 50 million, that translates to 1 in 6 Americans, our fellow Americans who are food insecure. So what Walmart has done to help fight this is put together a program called Fighting Hunger Together. They're joined by 5 of the leading food companies, ConAgra Foods, General Mills, Kraft, Kellogg's, and Unilever, to ensure that they can supply 53 million meals between now and the middle of October to these very hungry Americans.
So how does that work? How can people at home help out with this?
Basically, Go to a Walmart store. Look for those products that have this logo on their products, whether it's Chef Boyardee, Healthy Choice, Hellmann's Mayonnaise, lots of products. And every time you go to the website, walmart.com/hunger, you'll type in the code that you find on these products. Every time you type in one code, that supplies 7 meals. So you want to do that. You also want to enter the Golden Spark program, and this is going to deliver $50,000 to 40 communities around the country for their backpack programs, because even though 32 million kids get school lunch for nothing every day, well, a lot of them don't have any other meals throughout the day or meals on the weekend, which is why these backpack programs are so important.
That's great. And why are so many people going hungry?
Well, it's a combination of problems, Michelle. First of all, the economy has put more people relying on their food banks throughout the country for their food. Number two, the drought conditions that we've had really have some major impact. So we all have to work together, and we all have to help feed our neighbors.
Thank you, Phil. For more info on this program, head to our website.
All right, Michelle, thank you. October is National Adopt a Dog Month, and in honor of all rescue pets, we will be sharing some of the more famous ones throughout the show. Here are some of the pooches who scored a big break in Hollywood after being adopted, starting off with Toto, born as Terry. Terry was originally sent to a Hollywood dog training school, but was never picked up from the kennel. Carl Spitz, the founder of the school, kept her for himself and brought him to audition. She later became a star, landing roles in many films. There's Sandy from Annie. While searching for the perfect pooch to play Annie's canine companion, animal trainer William Berloni came across Sunny, a terrier mix who was set to be euthanized. William Berloni saw star potential in the golden-haired beauty, and sure enough, the pup landed the Broadway role. And Marley from Marley and Me. Rudy was spotted at the Labrador Retriever Rescue of Florida, then injured. The dog was about to be put down by local animal services. Thankfully, he was rescued, and the rest is big screen history.
Aw,
Yeah.
All right, well, don't go anywhere, because we are breaking down the TV shows getting it right when it comes to tackling the topic of cancer.
And how a little knowledge can make a big difference when it comes to protecting your family from the flu. That's coming up next. Stay with us. Life Love Shopping returns in just a moment.
Ever wonder about the story behind the iconic pink ribbon? It actually started out as a peach ribbon by a breast cancer survivor and activist. In 1992, Self magazine took the idea pink, and today the pink ribbon is an international symbol of breast cancer. And this little ribbon is something you'll be seeing a lot of this month. Just a small way to show your support for breast cancer.
Welcome back to Life Love Shopping. Gearing up for what could be a nasty flu season, medical companies will produce nearly 150 million doses of the flu vaccine. That's 17 million more than last year.
Yet still, many Americans will not get vaccinated. Some insist it can do more harm than good. So today we're going to debunk some common flu myths.
Starting with, you should wait until it's cold outside to get your flu vaccine.
Turns out vaccinating people even in August will protect them throughout the entire flu season. This also includes the elderly, who typically have been the group people were most worried about.
Myth number 2, flu vaccines do not protect you from current strains, but researchers work hard to stay one step ahead of the virus.
Every year there's 2 A strains that are picked and 1 B strain of influenza. So we're going to be protected against everything that's likely to circulate.
Finally, the myth number 3, you can catch the flu from a flu vaccine. Dr. Cunningham says the vaccine can make you achy and leave your arm sore, but it's not the flu.
Influenza, someone is sick in bed for a week. High fevers, achiness, everything hurts.
Doctors also say cleaning your hands often will help. It's very important to make sure children get flu vaccines. They can infect fellow classmates, siblings, parents, and even grandma and grandpa.
For tips on decoding the differences between the flu and a common cold, just look for the link on our website. That's lifeloveshopping.com.
Children love their cartoons, especially Scooby-Doo and Fred Flintstone. Check out which characters came out to celebrate Cartoon Network's 20th birthday. The studios of Turner Broadcasting were taken over by colorfully clad cartoon characters, including Scooby-Doo, Fred Flintstone, Ben 10, and Buttercup, plus hundreds of cheering revelers marching to the beat of the Atlanta Falcons drumline. The characters, parade, and of course a giant birthday cake were all part of Cartoon Network's 20th birthday celebration. The oversized party got underway in grand style as hundreds of Cartoon Network employees rocked black and white t-shirts, forming a giant 20 marking the network's 20th birthday.
Well, I think anniversaries are important. It's a great reason to stop and pause and take stock of an accomplishment in today's 360 million homes in 178 countries, and it provides joy and entertainment and also some good messages to children all over the world.
Atlanta Mayor Kasim Reed even presented a Phoenix Award to the network for its contributions to the city, officially proclaiming the day as Cartoon Network Day. TV shows make us laugh and cry. Which ones got it right when talking about the C word, cancer?
Jessica Reyes from our news partner, The Daily Buzz, is here with the list. Good morning, Jessica.
Well, good morning, and that's right, ladies. With Breast Cancer Awareness Month here, up next are the cancer characters who got it right. First up, Kim Cattrall's character of Samantha Jones. When diagnosed, Samantha decides to privately deal with this horrible disease. But what made it so real? Well, Cattrall's character decides to throw the F-bomb at gala organizers, and even pulls off her wig.
Oh, to hell with it. That's better.
In other words, dealing with cancer doesn't have to be polite. Now, another one you may remember, Murphy Brown of Murphy Brown. She was dry-witted and determined, yet had to be persuaded by a friend to get a mammogram during the show's last season. What made this one so real? Well, the number of mammograms in women is said to have soared 30%, so something good came out of this one. So ladies, those are just a couple of characters who actually got it right when it comes to dealing with breast cancer on screen. For more Celeb Buzz, catch me weekday mornings on The Daily Buzz.
All right, Jess, thank you. And of course, The Big C is another one of those
Yes.
with Laura Linney, which seems to have made a huge impact on a number of
And
women.
I've heard only good things about that show,
Yeah,
too.
very good show. Still more to come here on Life, Love, Shopping, planning a wedding and dealing with a monster-in-law. Advice on how to win her over after the break.
Plus, we know fall is the perfect weather for a wedding, so we have tons of great new ideas for your fall I-dos. That's coming up next.
Welcome back to Life, Love, Shopping. You've been dreaming of this day ever since you were a little girl playing with Barbies. I'm talking about your wedding day. Things are all planned out except your extremely difficult family who forgets that it's your special day rather than their own. So what do you do in this situation? Identify family members or friends who might be problems so you can diffuse them beforehand. Now, this is kind of extreme, but in some cases it might be necessary. Arrange ahead of time to have the offending family members escorted out by security or your big burly cousin if they don't behave.
Ouch.
And remember, this is your wedding. Don't allow family members to be difficult. Relatives are supposed to support you, not make things more difficult. And in recent news headlines, we saw a blow-by-blow where things got black and blue at a wedding in Pennsylvania, and security had to be called in. Yeah.
People are getting nuts with these weddings. And brides-to-be, don't forget that just because it's your day, it doesn't mean you can go all bridezilla and get away with it either. And this next bride certainly did not. She sent an email to all of her prospective bridesmaids. One of them posted it online, and of course now it has gone viral. It's really long. Here are some of the highlights. First thing she says, you must be able to attend all bridal parties. Now, she's got her wedding in Vail, Colorado.
Oh my God.
She says the engagement party will either be New York or Connecticut. She's not sure yet. And the bachelorette party in Vegas. So if you can't come to one, you're not
allowed to come to any of them?
You're not a bridesmaid, essentially.
I must say that unless she's paying for everyone to travel to all of these places, then that's really unacceptable because these things end up costing anywhere from $2,500 to $5,000 by the time you're done.
With hotel and, you know, decorations and what to wear and all that.
Yes.
She also said you had to provide your whereabouts between February and August 2013 because she needs to know who's going to be out of town so she can plan things. And she said, I won't plan something while you're out, which is great, but the dates are set in stone by the end of that that week that she sent the email out. She's like, I need to know now, because we all plan, you know, years in advance.
She's a
what we're doing.
planner. I get it.
Yeah. And speaking of the pay, she said you have to be able to pay for everything. And she said if you can't afford the dress or to chip in for the bachelorette party, she, quote, doesn't have time to deal with that. And that includes flights to all of these places.
Oh my
Yeah. And then the other thing she said, you have to stay in contact with her and respond within 24 hours, because if it takes you a week or 2 or 3 days to get back to me, see ya. That's what she said.
I'd suggest she elope, because I think that maybe her groom is the only person that might be able to keep up with that schedule.
The fact that your bridesmaid is even putting this online just shows how annoyed they are. And it's all part of this growing trend where brides are starting to send an opening email, a letter of expectations to their bridesmaids.
Letter of expectation.
Okay.
Yeah. Boy, that poor husband. That's all I have to say.
He's in for it.
If you are planning a fall wedding and need some last-minute inspiration, we found some great ideas on Pinterest. Let's start with the pumpkins. You can use them as props for photos, or even turn the pumpkins into centerpieces. Even better, buy the little ones and use them as name tag place settings. I think that's a great idea. You can change up the ring bearer pillow, tie the ring to a pumpkin, or even use a burlap sack pillow. Acorns make great centerpieces or spread across the table. Serve mini candy apples as another dessert option that's perfect for this time of year. Speaking of sweets, if you want a traditional cake, just add some orange trim and top with purple flowers. Try something more artistic, like the cake that looks like a tree with initials carved in a heart, or go way over the top with a topsy-turvy cake. We love to pin too, so you can check out our Pinterest page at Life Love Shop.
Well, coming up tomorrow on Life Love Shopping, actress and host of The Biggest Loser, Allison Sweeney. She talks to us about being a mom and how she gets the kids to eat nutritious foods. Also, we know working out is tough for new moms. I'm figuring that one out. And we'll show you some simple moves you can do with baby by your side. We have that and more on tomorrow's show.
Here at Live Love Shopping, we want to connect with you when we're not on TV. You can stay in touch by liking our Facebook page. You can also follow and tweet us on Twitter at Life Love Shop. That does it for Life Love Shopping today. Thank you so much for joining us. We will see you right here tomorrow. Be good.